Hello and welcome. We are pleased to announce that Eagle Technology has partnered with JCI to create an interface between Johnson Controls Enterprise Management, or JEM, and Proteus MMX CMMS. This will allow the interchange of asset and locations, as well as fault-generated work orders. If we take a look at JEM, we can see several locations defined within the asset performance section. Right now, we're looking at a location called Building 1300-1399. That is what we'll be working with today. These locations are imported directly into Proteus MMX, as well as any assets within the locations. This simplifies data entry, as well as keeping the two data sets congruous. Let's take a look at the fault-generated work orders within JEM. So to do that, we'll go to the Maintenance Management applet, and that's going to bring up the KPIs or indicators for the fault-based work orders that have occurred within the system. Specifically, the Work Order tab will show us any open, active work orders within the system. All of these work orders that you see within this list have been generated by defined faults within JEM. Under Request Description, we have a work order number. This work order number is important because that work order number corresponds to one within the Proteus MMX CMMS system. The status is also important. The status marked open indicates that no work has yet been performed on this work order. If we take a look at the Service Report tab, here you can see an additional few work orders, but notice the different status. In this case, the status is closed. What that indicates is that the work order has been completed in Proteus MMX, and a completion date has been added to that work order, indicating that all work is done. The status of WIP indicates that some work has been done within Proteus MMX, but it's not yet closed or completed. If we take a look at the Proteus MMX CMMS system, we'll go directly to work orders, and the first thing that you may notice is the fields and the tree on the left-hand side of the screen. You'll notice that the buildings match exactly what was present in JEM. And on the right-hand side of the screen, we have all of those same work orders. So let's take a look at the first one, and you'll notice that the work order number indicated here matches the completed work order in JEM. And you'll see that the check mark in Proteus MMX also indicates that this work order is completed. Now, this particular work order was completed on the 27th. The biggest advantage to this interchange is to allow users to enter a more defined work order and keep track of it in terms of tasks, labor, money spent on materials, so on and so forth. For example, in tasks and labor, I can go ahead and choose an employee who actually completed the work, add them to the work order, and then their task times become part of the equation that determines the overall cost of this work order against the asset. And that helps develop the history within Proteus MMX, allowing you to make decisions such as whether or not to retire equipment and replace it, or continue to fix it. It's the same idea with parts in the Parts tab. This accounts for your materials within the system. So again, any materials used are then put back into the cost of maintenance of that particular asset. It also allows you to track causes, and these are important because they allow you to see and identify the root cause failures that are contributing to the bulk of your work orders, and hopefully put a stop to those root causes. So once the work order is done, it's marked as completed, and the circle is closed within JEM, and here you have it. So thank you for listening to me on this brief overview of the Johnson Controls Enterprise Management Suite and Proteus MMX, CMMS, and have a good day.